Okay, Stacey, bro. All right.
I don't know.
But it's not gonna be nothing easy.
Right. So no, what I said is it's not that I'm not rolling with Nelly. I said I want to see how things get matched up. I really want to see how they do it because if we just go in hits for hits, I can go Nelly all day. But it's like when there are certain things like album tracks or whatever, right, that Luda may have had that I'm like, well, how does Nelly stack up against Stick 'Em Up? Like play to that. But if we're only doing hits or singles that were released, that's a different ball game. So I want to see how it gets how things get compared. Because I mean, what they gonna do? Like Country Grammar against What's Your Fantasy or something? Or
I think Luda can get into his feature bag. Because I think he has better features than Nelly. Nelly has hits for days. Luda got hits, but Nelly has more impactful hits.
I think Luda's features are what's are some of his greatest things. Like I like him sometimes more in features than I do some of his solo stuff. Or
like the verse or
to be something that's on a album that was never a single. Like when What's Your Fantasy dropped, I wasn't a fan of that song. I was like,
I like the Stick 'Em Up and All This Drinking.
Yep. Like I like the album shit. So, and I don't even remember how I ended up buying the album. You know what? I don't even think I bought it. I ended up with it some kind of way because I remember I had the clean version of the damn album. That's how I know I didn't go out and buy it. Some kind of way I ended up.
Somebody got it for you at Walmart.
Probably my grandma. My grandma was good for going to Ventures and shit and bringing me back a clean version of an album. But I was like, so, and there's a lot of artists that are like that there was some lead single that came out and I'm like, what is this shit? And then you get the album and it's a completely different ball game. So like that single sticks out like a sore thumb. Juicy. Stacey does not like Juicy.
Biggie?
I said it. Fight me.
Wow, Stacey. You only like the remix?
It was all a dream.
Well, listen to the whole rest of the album and live and love it and all of that. When Juicy came out, like again, you'll when during that back in the 90s, children, when a new song came out, they played it on the radio or you saw a video for it, right? And the only way that you was gonna find out what else they had, you had to go purchase an album. It wasn't no album. You couldn't just go online real quick and find it. So if you heard a single and you didn't really like it, there was nothing that made you want to go buy an album. So it took me a second to hear Ready to Die because I'm like, I don't like this song. Like, I don't want to hear it. And then once the other singles started coming out, so like when Big Papa came out and One Last Chance, so then I was like, okay, I'm like, all right, so let me go ahead and now I'll purchase it. But based off of Juicy alone, I'd have never cared at all. But the other songs brought me in. But then again, like to me, that sticks out. It's so different. And then when Life After Death, I did buy that. I was happy to buy that, and it's still one of my favorite albums. But sometimes there's just a lead. So with Luda, same thing. What's Your Fantasy sticks out like a sore thumb on that album. It just doesn't. How you have What's Your Fantasy on there and what you call it and Stick 'Em Up and all of that. Like
Fat Rabbit, but I had heard that from the Timberland CD.
Right, and then Fat Rabbit, that's at the end. So it's like you already listen to everything else before you even get to Fat Rabbit. So it has that this from the other Timberland CD, and then it has that Aaliyah, Are You That Somebody in there a little bit. So
people sleeping on Nels though, man. I mean, whatever people want to say about Nels or whatever they feel, Nelly is a force.
I'm just tired of the Nelly disrespect, man. Like the people from St. Louis, like, man, I got Luda, but I'm like, man, Nelly was like on top. He was top tier for like at least 5 years.
A wise young prophet by the name of Jehovah, who once said, "Who else you gonna run with?
The truth is us.
Only dudes moving units is Pimp,
Juice, and us."
Look here, man. As many people that got women and maybe men, whatever you have off of Nelly, needs to respect that from the Lou, period. And many of us said that was his cousin. He got 10,000 cousins right now.
Man, Nelly made that country shit cool. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
the South was already blowing up. You know, we already, know. But he came out, was like, I'm finna embrace this country shit, man.
But time out. That's bullshit, nigga. We not country here. That's the part that I hated.
I'm not talking about the grammar. I'm just saying niggas is country here. Like, St. Louis is a country ass city, man.
It is.
But so the thing is, in St. Louis, whether people want to admit it or not, one, we have an accent. We didn't know we had an accent until country grammar came out.
We get influence from everywhere.
We didn't know we get influences from everywhere, but our people, like our grandparents, are from down south. They just came up, like they came. Right. Everybody's from Arkansas, from Memphis, or from somewhere around there. So there's going to be a level of country that's in there. Wayne Country's these Chicago niggas that nobody want to talk about.
Them.
No.
Wayne's country is Chicago. We drive cars. They drive cars.
But there is I think, I don't even know what it is. I don't know what people thought Nelly was supposed to do, but whatever it is that people thought he was supposed to do.
To save the city.
He didn't save the city, okay? Nelly did not take us to the promised land and turn this place into a metropolis. So, because of that, Nelly ain't shit. He ain't.
I think Nelly did, though. Shit.
St. Louis.
I mean, there are absolutely things that he has done. I'm just saying, I think that there are, and I'm going to say, I know there are people who feel like there's more that should have been done, right? Like, period. There are people that will sit and tell you, well, he ain't do this, and he ain't put on for this, and he ain't do that.
We didn't like Atlanta.
There are people in this country who had no idea where the fuck St. Louis was on a map, period. Mm-hmm. Before him, there are people who didn't know where Missouri was. We are a flyover state. Yeah. So to take that away from him, like this man was at the Super Bowl with Aerosmith, singing, up there rapping along to Walk This Way. Like, who else was doing it?
Twice.
So
and he brought us Tip Drill. And he also brought us Tip Drill.
Yeah.
He did, and that song helped a lot of young ladies at Spelman get through college.
And he also sacrificed himself for the hood. Because Nelly's career could have probably, I think that's a downfall in Nelly's career, is actually Tip Drill, amongst the fact that people were boycotting it, and that was early, like going in hard on imagery of women. But the hood was fucking with it.
We love Tip Drill. I remember the first time I saw Tip Drill. I was laying in bed watching Uncut, and I'm looking up, and I said, "Is this?" Now I start telling people, "Nigga, turn on." No, it's naked bitches on the TV on BET, and Nelly is her. Right. So people were, one of my favorite terms, pen and trademark, fake mad. People was hella fucking fake mad at Nelly, and it's like, one,